opponent got his gear in tow. Eagle one in the air, let the RF flow. Rolling through the static, he's a thunderous storm. Tuning into signals like his blood to the norm. The night is young, the pilot's fierce. Changes in the zone with a heart that never fears. James the king of Buddha, shredding through the night. Power up the ring, let the radio ignite. 1810, he's screaming through the air. Calling all you hands, do you even dare? James the king of Buddha, heavy metal soul, crushing every activation, rocking out of control. Darkness creeping in, but James is on the hunt. See you blasting loud, this ain't no simple stunt. Ripping up the airwaves, every call sign's clear. James is raising hell, the king of atmosphere. From the peaks to the parks, he's a warrior of sound. Every cue is source of battle, every contact's crowned. Radio's on fire like a beast off his chain. James is here to conquer, there's thunder in his veins. James the king of Buddha, shredding through the night. Power up the ring, let the radio ignite. 1810, he's screaming through the air. Calling all you hands, do you even dare? James the king of Buddha, heavy metal soul, crushing every activation, rocking out of control.
That's a lot. That is no reason not to hunt AW.
James is the commander, making airwaves kneel. Signal screaming loud, bending to his will in the realm of Buddha. James is king of the hill. James the king of Buddha, shredding through the night. Power up the ring, let the radio ignite. 1810, he's screaming through the air. Calling all you hands, do you even dare? James the king of Buddha, heavy metal soul, crushing every activation, rocking out of control. Burning up the frequencies, tearing through the sky. James the golden master, hear his battle cry. With every contact made, he's a legend born anew. The king of every pop, James, this one's for you.
What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything adventure radio. Great music and shenanigans. And as you guys know, at Ham Radio Adventure Guy, this is not your grandpa's ham radio unless you see me walking around. Welcome to Shenanigans. We're going to thank the Patreons. These guys are just absolutely awesome. Welcome, Tyler, one more time. I know I welcomed you the other night, but we're going to welcome you one more time. And thank you very much for the YouTube short that you put out of the contact you made with me the other day. Pretty cool, buddy. Also, shout out to the YouTube members. Each and every one of you guys, if you are in Orlando, you guys better come up to me and talk to me. If not, I may not even tell you who the special guest will be there. And the ever-changing board. Thank you very much, Dad. Kilo Delta 9 Uniform Victor Kilo with a big off-stream donation. Also, off-stream donation from Kilo 9er Alpha Echo Echo. Thank you guys very much. Lots of changes from last week, so check out where you're at. And if you don't like where you're at, donate more.
There you go.
Oh, Dan, what is going on?
Man, it is what is it? Sunday? Shenanigans?
Sunday.
Episode 107. 107. Wow. Of Shenanigans. Kilo Oscar 4 Zulu Romeo X-Ray was number 1, Ronnie. Hello. Kilo 9 Alpha Echo Echo Andy Callie, always good to see you, buddy. Whiskey 1 Whiskey Charlie, he's doing like single operator, like 15 radios probably. There ain't no telling. John Kilo 8 November India Victor, good to hear you. Reed ABHAS, good to hear you, buddy. Toby Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta, hello. Is that Terry Kilo 8 Golf? Because that came back as Richard, but Richard, good to see you. Larry Bingham Uniform Kilo X-Ray from Ohio. Hello from Ohio and the Black Swamp. Black Swampers in here. Hello. KO4 FSZ antennas. Chris, good to see you. I'm assuming you're back at the house or very close to be. Good to hear you on the radio the other day anyway, by proxy through Whiskey Zero Charlie Golf Charlie. That was really cool. Glad you're doing better.
I don't think he's leaving till Monday.
Oh, man. But thanks for joining us from there then. Hopefully you're doing better. Whiskey One Radio, Charlie Papa. Go check out his YouTube channels for the funds. And each video has a little Easter egg in it. You got to find it. Pretty cool. Martini, that's the Jumbo Marshmallow Whiskey Delta 4 Juliet Mike. And speaking of mics, we got 88 KB. Hello, Kilo Oscar 4 Golf. Bravo. What's happening, Mo? Kilo Oscar 4. Oh, Tata. Made it in time today, man. We're proud. We are proud. Kilo 4 Lima, India, who's 12 wide on the radio, but sounding great. Did I miss anybody? James, Dad, Kilo Delta 9 Uniform Victor Kilo. We were just talking about you, buddy. And Bobby Evans, Whiskey Echo 4 Bravo Echo. And Todd, Kilo Charlie 1 Papa Sierra Kilo. I like that call sign. KC1 PSK.
That's
Making
right, because we all know
PSK
that we're making
great
PSK great again this year.
That is a great call sign. All right, man. Welcome, everybody, to episode 107 of Shenanigans. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend so far, and almost over and back to the grind.
107. And I did want to say one thing. If anybody is going to do any donations tonight and they want them to be specifically for the ham show, use the Buy Me a Coffee link instead of the YouTube, and because it'll be the only way that it'll get it before the show. But other than that, thank you very much, everybody, for being here with us tonight. It has been a great week. I won't say an injury-free week, but a great week.
We'll talk about that here in a minute.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. But what I want to know is who has been working on their N1CC with PZN? Because my goodness, the bands that I've done since I've been here. I mean, if you're trying to get some of them poker cards, and you know, I've just gathered a little bit of some of the stats, and there's some people that's got some. I have no idea.
It's Shenanigans. I'm trying to figure out what that red mark is.
Okay. All right. I'm like, what is Dan doing right now? I'm like, there's people that's got quite a few cards already for poker this year. So, you know, and you can tell who it is. It's those people that following me around like lost puppies on every single band, except for Terry, Kilo 8 off Quebec. He decided that Suckalata was more important than hunting me on CW today. And he said, peace.
You know, priorities.
But Larry said they're old man zits, Dan.
They might, but you know, I don't know. It's not raised up. I don't know what to do. Here, hold on.
I see truffle butter in the chat.
Let's turn this into one of those good YouTube videos. Hold on.
You know, I said I wanted to get. I think we're down to needing 800 more for February subscribers. That might pull them over. You know, that we might get those zit popping people.
You never know.
Coming over.
Mr. Pimple Popper. That's right. Hey, Truffle Butter is in the house. Hello, buddy.
Yeah, I know that, and that's what I was going to say. He was in a pileup the other day that I was in, and it was funny because I had done got him, and I just popped in there and said, "You got some truffle butter in your pileup," and they worked.
Now is this a coincidence? Larry says, "Mr. Pimple Popper," and directly after, Sherry says, "I'm here now."
Yeah, she heard pimple popping and she popped right in there.
Sounds like y'all have been having a blast down there. You've been going to the park, staying a good while, running all the bands. So hopefully you're racking up some good content.
It's absolutely crazy. First out, big shout out to Kilo 4 Lima India, who is sending me another whip because you know, I told you that thing's been knocked over quite a few times, and I wanted to order one before I left West Virginia, but I was scared it wouldn't get there before we left. And we get down here, and we get to a park yesterday, and this one section, you put it up, it goes back down. You put it up, it goes back down. So I had to put it up and sort of just give it a little nudge to one side to get it to finish working that day. And now today I went out and I talked to Josh about it, and he said he's done it before. I went out, and when I pulled that section up, I went ahead and taped it and went ahead and put it up, and that's what we ran today. So
and what antenna was this?
This is the Chelagus. Yeah, we've done broke the whip on the Chelagus, of course.
I wouldn't say broke it, but I mean you.
Oh no, we still activated all those bands today with it. So
it might be good feedback for them because you're probably the one that's giving it the most use on a daily basis, up and down.
Now I will tell you this: last night, people were really happy giving us 40 over on 40-meter sideband from Florida.
Yeah,
because we were using the Eagle one.
Honestly, I think people would have gave you whatever made you feel really good because it was 40 meters in Florida, and most of the time that's unheard of.
It is. It's totally unheard of. And
Georgia has that same problem, though. We got activators here that will go out to a park and immediately hop on 20 at like 7 in the morning. Like, come on.
Here's the thing. I am in Florida, and I do immediately hop on 20. That is where I go to. And the problem is sometimes you might be there for 3 hours. But I always make sure by the end of the activation that I hit 40 meters.
It depends on the time of day, too, because you're normally getting out there between like 11 and 1 o'clock.
But it makes sense to go to 20 meters.
But it makes sense to go to 20 directly then. But yeah.
I still hit.
Josh said it should be there on Wednesday.
You're louder on Florida to me. There.
That it should be there on Wednesday.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Robbie does get tired of waiting on me to get to 40 meters because he's in the PZN challenge, and he'll end up going remote or doing something outrageous just to get me on an earlier band. And the bad thing is he probably wasn't even thinking he already had me for today from last night, and he was supposed to take a nap today. But
remote's good for some things. Like today you got Josh, who was 5'9" North Carolina. And then you got me 5'9" Mike Echo.
Yeah. But I didn't get very many. I think 40 meters was the lowest amount of QSOs that I got.
That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, you got to figure 40 from Florida. At the time of day you did it, you're going to be good. South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, maybe Texas. That would be what I expect. If you get more than that, the band's pretty good.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Get North Carolina fair. But you know what? I have been getting Terry as well. I don't know if I got him today or not, but I have been getting Terry. I
did tell Terry the other day because all them times that you've been in West Virginia and he's in West Virginia, he tries to call you on 20 meters. And I got to tell you that, Terry's standing on the table. I told Terry, I said, okay, now it's your turn. When I'm calling on 20 meters and you're in West Virginia, he's in Florida, you got to tell him I'm standing on the table now.
Yeah, the table has turned, but I tell you, I'm enjoying hitting all the bands. We hit, let's see, today we hit 20, 17, 15, 12, 10, 6.
I listened.
And then 40. Then I went to 30 CW and 20 CW.
I listened to 20. All the higher bands I didn't bother because I don't even care if it's running super short. It's still going to be way too long for me. But when you spotted on 6, I ran back into the shack and I listened. I didn't hear you, but I listened.
Yeah, I did. I didn't get a single solo on 6. It wasn't. There was no opening. When I turned to tunes, when I turned to 10, as soon as I turned the radio on, there is DX just blasting. And I'm like, well, they're where I wanted to activate. Let me scroll. And I scrolled down and I kept looking. 10 was absolutely on fire. It was just, they were everywhere you looked. It was just, I had to scroll way down just to find the frequency.
Yeah, I probably got 10 or 15 new parks a day overseas on 10 meters. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. actually got Barbados hunted us park to park. So, it was definitely definitely a good day on the air for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Sherry. She said, hi, Dan, and everyone. Sherry is one step closer. She got Idaho.
Yes, she did get Idaho knocked out of the way. 2 more to go for her. And I'll tell you, she's getting better and better at activating. So we've switched now to when we go out, where she'll run the mic for a while and I'll run the mic for a while. Even though she can run by herself, but when she runs the mic with me, she actually runs, a lot faster.
Yeah.
And she's starting to really pick it up. And I noticed a couple of times she wasn't just working one call, then saying QRZ. She'd work 2 or 3 and then get QRZ. She's getting better and better at it. So
I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that yesterday. Y'all were swapping back and forth, and she's doing a great job.
So it's getting, and you know what? It's amazing actually to do that, because when my voice starts to get a little dry or cracking or anything, I just say hold for my second operator, and then she's going to keep the mic for a while, and then I'm going to sit there and take. Today I was eating cheese curls while I was activating. I mean, who would have thought?
Maybe Jumbo Marshmallow needs to go to the sidewalk school of activating.
The sidewalk school of activating.
Yeah.
Well, she definitely don't want to go to the sidewalk school of driving.
Yeah.
So
what really gets me is every time Sherry goes, "This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Victor Delta with Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November."
Yep, she even says it right. So it's good, and and most of the people not pretty much know, who the second operator is every time, because the grape Kool-Aid drinkers are loyal. That is for sure. I love my hunters, and it's just great because I love it when somebody will come in park to park. Yeah, we got 3 park numbers, and I'm like, man, this is gonna take forever. They're like, yeah, we got your second operator. Thanks a lot. And that's what you should do.
I don't blame you one bit. I don't want to go to her driver school.
You don't even want to go to her to the ride with her school. But
speaking of drivers and modes of transportation, I heard there was a foot race that may have happened between
there was definitely a foot race.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who won?
Just like promised, there was definitely a foot race, and I will say I underestimated her. She's
quick.
Really fast. She's keep me running.
Keeps you running.
She actually has a new name, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But this is what I expected when she told me the distance that we were running, and I was like, I was like, okay, I can smoke her on the way down, and on the way back, I can breathe a little bit. That, however, was not the case. Because we get down there and she is right on my butt. I mean, she's just right on my butt. And I'll tell you what, I was like, oh my God, I got dizzy on the way down, and on the way back, it's going to be horrible. And I'm running back, and I can feel my ACL totally giving out.
Yeah.
I don't have, excuse me, what's supposed to be my ACL. Yeah. I don't have an ACL in my right knee, and I can feel my legs are just totally turning to gel and rubber, and I'm starting to get that tunnel vision because everything is closing in, like it's getting. And any sane person, when they feel like that's like, you know what, it's a little girl. You're just gonna let her beat you and be done with it. You're just gonna stop. You don't want to pass out or nothing like that. Just stop. But somebody who's competitive don't know no better. And he just keeps going and going and going. And the second I crossed that finish line, the legs totally gave out. And I did a little roll, as you could call it. And I was on the ground for quite a while after that. It was close. It was very, very close. And we did determine it was a tie.
Okay.
So, you know,
So
there's really good footage of the finish line, and we determined it was a tie.
so Terry is only buying half of a 710 then, right?
No, she made it perfectly clear when the race started that she was not buying any radio. But her
Terry,
name. So here's the thing. So after this roll, Terry said he broke his hip watching the race. So after this roll, first off, my equilibrium is just shot.
yeah.
Like it's shot. I can feel pain, like excruciating pain, but I don't even know where it's coming from. Like I don't know if my toes hurting or my head's hurting or was hurting. And I sat there on the table for a while, and after we got me up and we talked to him for a while, and thank you very much for the super chat. It was too much exercise for me too, but but we sat there for a while, and Sherry said she didn't tell me at this time, but she said you got extremely white. But they were standing there, and I said, you guys are going to want to go to the other end of the pavilion here. And they're like, why? I'm like, you probably just want to go. So then I start barfing everywhere. Hence her new name, November 8. Keep me Ralphing. And it wasn't really until I got in the car and things started settling down in my head that I started feeling all the pain. And yeah, I've definitely got either a bruised, cracked, maybe broke rib. Who knows? Because there's no use to go to the hospital over a rib, because any one of those three things is going to be the same thing. We're going to wrap it and tell you, don't laugh, don't breathe hard, don't cough. Yeah, I know. Been there, done that. But it's been pretty brutal. The rib has since then. But
yeah, ribs are like broken toes. There's really not much they can do except just wrap it up and tell you to go on.
I told Kaylee I was going to tell everybody. I wouldn't tell everybody that she tripped me. So I'm not going to tell everybody she tripped me. But but no, really, she felt really bad, and she was crying on the ride home. And I called her, and I told her, I said, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. And I told her mom, because she's like, I wish we'd have never done that. I was like, if I would have known the outcome, I still would have done it, because it's something I have with Kaylee now.
Right.
And yeah, the ribs suck, but it's awesome, and it was fun. I do realize now that the next person that challenges me to a race, the answer is no. If you want to race me, we'll race to 10 contacts or something. But
oh man, that is great. So a tie. She is quick. I saw the video, and I knew that you would move a little bit just because of your past experiences in life, right? I knew you wouldn't be as fast as what you once were because of the ACL, and I knew Kaylee being younger naturally is quick. Like my kids, I don't know where they get their energy from, So I figured it was going to be a close race, but yeah, it's awesome.
I definitely underestimated her, but she also underestimated me. She did not expect me to be quick either.
She was like, that handbag can't move that fast.
Sidewalk Sherry said, I can't believe you ran that fast. I've never seen you move anything.
Oh boy, ran like there was a new 101 MP at the finish line.
Now the bad thing is Sherry said, yeah, I should just put that radio on the line since y'all tied. I wouldn't have to bought it. I said, if that radio had been on the line, I would have smoked her. Like because my legs giving out would have just gave up, and I would have. But here's the thing: she actually wanted to go further back, and if we'd have went where she wanted and turned around and came back, my legs would have gave out, and I'd have landed on that concrete pad. So it's a good thing we changed it.
See, Robbie says race to 10 CW QSOs, no multiple family members, and 100-watt pileups only. All right, you're on. I'll do it. That sounds like fun, actually.
Yeah, I can't help who hunts me, so I can't help that.
No. Like if somebody from a big family calls you, it would just.
But here's the thing: with multiple family members, Robbie, I still have to work them CW. I work each and every one of them every time.
Yep. K0OTC, another day that ends in Y. Dan busting the pile-ups before me this afternoon while hunting. The bands were good today, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but I did thank you for the YouTube short that you posted of our Q. So that was pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, the bands have been good. Yeah, why does it have to be? This is what we'll do, Robbie. Next time we're at the Bing or something, I'll put you and Juliet, Mike up against one another, and you can spot on 20 or 40, whatever, depending on what time of day. We'll see how long it takes for you to get 10 contacts. Then she'll spot and time to see how long it takes her to get 10 contacts. I think that'll be fun.
Speaking of the Bingham, Eddie has been going there so much since I left there because he says he just enjoys the scent of the place now.
I think he just lives there now. Yeah. I mean, he drives through the gate, right there with the view of the lake, right when you come in, and he goes, James has been here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stay.
Hey, Dennis, welcome, buddy. That's right. Better late than never.
Yes, sir.
But I tell you, man, funny thing about the activation with the roses was, everybody knew. I don't know how they figured out where we were going to be on 20 meters, but we tuned over there and everybody was setting on that frequency on 20 meters. And, we're just getting everything ready. And I just pick up my phone and I spot on PODA on 2 meters. And I hear them sitting there talking on 20 meters. Said, "Oh, they're being funny. They're working 2 meters." That's right. Cherry learned how to whisper.
Whiskey Zero, Charlie Golf, Charlie.
But I hear them talking, and then I just went QRT, and it was really funny because I went QRT and we didn't start calling on 20 or nothing. We just sit there and we was listening, and I heard Terry say, "Oh, they're jokesters in Discord. They went QRT." And we waited about 3 minutes with him still setting on this frequency. And they're all talking. And it's funny, I heard Josh in there. And I just went, Kilo 4, Lima, India, 5909, QRT. And the whole pileup just starts. And I don't say another word.
They thought you said Z.
I don't say another word. And they get done with the whole pileup, and then I just went, "Hey guys, I think he said he's QRT."
Thanks, Arnold.
It was just hilarious, because everybody was sitting there waiting all morning for it, because we were supposed to start at 10. We didn't get started till almost 11.
When you don't do a late shift the night before, you should just go out to the park, bring your lunch with you. Okay. So you and Sherry go out, bring something to eat about 4 in the afternoon, spot on 6 meters. Just sit there and enjoy your lunch. After about, 5 minutes, just say, nothing heard, QRT. And then enjoy your lunch, eat, normal. Next 30, 45 minutes, y'all just sit around and talk, enjoy the park, and eat your lunch, and everybody else will be going crazy, wondering if you're going to respot.
Well, and because they don't never know who's going to respot, because just like the 31st, that first activation of the day, when I popped on PSK 31 and did PSK 31 and then went QRT after it. So if you didn't get in that log, and I didn't activate that park at all other than PSK 31. I left and drove to another park before I activated that day.
Let me tell you what Robbie said earlier. We were talking about 40 meters in Georgia, and Robbie only has a handful of parks left, and most of the new ones for him, they come and they spot on 20. I hope, Robbie, for everybody's sake, that when we're down in Orlando, they spot on 20 meters, and I need that park. Because chances are I might be able to get them if they're in northern Georgia,
Mike. Really quick, thank you very much, Mike, for the super chat. Appreciate you, buddy. and also whiskey Zero Charlie Golf Charlie said who won the youngin competition. Actually, that's still up to the judges. I've still not heard nothing back about that, so we will find out about that shortly. I'm sure.
The Utes.
I tell you what, it's almost time, Dan. You know, it's Sunday. This time next week, we'll be done with the show. We'll be done with the ham show.
Yeah.
And are we gonna do like we did last year, and do a live stream somewhere?
6, 7, 8. I don't know. It all depends on what time we leave Sunday, because we'll still have to drive back here Sunday night.
Okay. So we'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure it out. Shenanigans for next week. Shenanigans might be brought to you by Kilo 8 Golf Quebec in his ice cream truck.
There you go. I need some ice cream music or something for my truck. That'd be pretty cool. And a big sticker of Kilo 8 Golf Quebec's head, like a magnet sticker I can put on a door.
Yeah, you know, I need to take all of the Shenanigan music and just hook it up in loudspeakers as I'm driving through the parks. That way everybody knows that who's coming.
Speaking of knowing who's coming, have you told anybody about the color of a certain something that you want to get that maybe matches an antenna?
No, but I don't care to.
They'd see you coming.
Yeah, they would definitely see me coming. So I'm hoping to this year at some point own a neon orange Toyota Tundra.
Not burnt orange, because I think burnt orange is a sexy
not burnt
color.
orange, neon orange.
He's talking about fluorescent orange.
To match my coax and my Eagle One.
I'm talking about like survey marker flagging tape orange.
That way, you know, for when the vids say he's not in a park, somebody can pop in there and say, the heck he's not. He's blazing through my window at the house from the park.
They could see you through the forest.
So it's we'll see if it happens. But then it's going to be hard to get my teardrop wrapped in blaze orange.
You might be able to order it in blaze orange. You never know.
People would really lose their mind if I did that. Blaze orange Tundra and blaze orange teardrop.
I'll tell you what, though, any damn ham fest you go to, all you have to do is just like stand on the back of my truck. He's over there. You'll be able to find you. That's for sure.
Yeah, the only problem with that is I got people like Dan trying to put DX Engineering stickers under my windshield or something.
Got to get rid of them somehow. Terry said he's the famous Amos. Excuse me. I mean, I had all these stickers. I got to do something with them.
I'll tell you, I've got some. I won't say that I've got any footage that I'm going to release for an activation video, but I can say I have a lot of funny clips from activations that I've done with people that I'm going to probably combine on one radio from this trip so far. Because there's been some funny moments. And Dan's in the middle of one of them. Imagine that.
Not me. Shenanigans. Well, I never, as Terry would say.
But
I got a lot of stuff I need to sort through on the camera. It'll be after Orlando, but a lot of stuff going on in the backyard that'll be interesting. I got to piece together and maybe do some voiceovers so you don't hear me cussing up a storm.
So is Whiskey One Whiskey Charlie in the chat? Did you say he was in there?
I did. I saw him. Yes.
I want to know how he keeps his laptop running, being in the park for like 42 hours.
I swore I did. Oh, I can tell you how he does it. Same way I do it. He plugs it into his battery box because it takes DC charging.
Yeah, well, I don't like you guys because mine won't do that. Nothing.
Every
Actually,
one of, I don't know what it is, but every one of my laptops that I've had in the last 6 years, I've been able to charge with USB-C.
and that's the thing.
Yeah.
I buy nice laptops.
Yeah, you do.
And I have two right now. Matter of fact, I have the streaming laptop that I'm on, and I've got my Poto laptop. Neither one of them will charge that way.
So weird.
Sherry has a stupid Chromebook. It
Yep.
won't even run N3FJP, but it'll charge.
It'll charge. That's
with
right.
USB-C. I'm like, come on now. What is?
Yep. Hey, Fred, November 8th, Sierra Lima Tango. Good evening, buddy.
And you know, it's funny because Michael has the same kind of laptop. Eastern Standard Time has the same kind of laptop that I have, but it's just a different model. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought a charger converter that'll do that. What it is, it's got the plug-in that my laptop has and goes to a power pole or whatever. But you know, he's got that, and here's the thing. I was like, okay, that's going to be the cure to my problem. I go down to Murphy last year and try to use his. It's a different charge connector, and we can't find it at all for my model.
Man.
Timberleaf Teardrops has a Blaze Orange one.
Oh, dude, it's like right on their front page. Oh, crap. You got to look at this thing. Hold on, let me...
Timberleaf Teardrops. If you would like to see your teardrop go all over the country in Poto parks everywhere,
look at that.
You need to send me one of them boys, or even even tell me to come pick one up and tell me here's your very, very low payment plan.
How you like that thing?
So is that really orange or is that red?
That looks orange because that's, well, that looks orange. That looks red. This looks orange to me. The one on top and the one on the bottom looks red to me. Am I going crazy or somebody?
Because the funny story is, it looks red to me.
Well, the top look orange, the bottom looks red to me.
But this is the thing. So we see a red truck today. And Sherry's like, there's your orange truck. I said, that's red. She said, no, it's a red orange. I said, no, it's a red truck. She said, no, it's a red orange. She said, it's candy apple. I said, the color is candy apple red.
No, candy apple orange.
Oh. You
got to understand, when you hit your head on the sidewalk one too many times, you start seeing colors weird.
Yeah, that was a thing. One of the Rose's other kids tried to challenge Sherry to a race, and I said, no. I said, listen, I already have the best fall of the day. I want to win at something today. You know, I'm walking away with a tie, so I got to win at something with the best fall. She gets to race. She's going to absolutely smash my fall record.
There you go. Coastal Waves and Wires. Walt, hello, buddy. He says he seriously has an itch to get the 710 himself.
You know what, Walt? I used one the other day on my way down Mo, Kilo Oscar 4 Golf Bravo, had his out there. Had the station all set up for me and everything. And it was really awesome radio. I had a good time using it. Of course, I'm a Yazoo guy, but I need one for my collection of Yazoos for sure. So
Chris, Whiskey 3 Sugar Whiskey Mike brings up a good point. Sometimes it'll only charge from a specific USB-C. Look for a lightning symbol next to the port. I think the issue with his, it just does not accept any kind of PD charging.
I feel like one has lightning symbols next to it as well.
If it does, you might need a PD compatible USB-C charger. That has to be power delivery.
Might need a what?
Called PD, power delivery.
Well, I know my battery has that.
Yeah, the cable has to support it too. But that's weird. We can use a cable that I know works next weekend because I use it for mine.
We'll try it, but it ain't gonna work. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because hers will charge with it. and she's used her cable, and it wouldn't charge with it.
So
I'll look and see if it has the power thing or not. But
so Mo had his 710 out. How does Mo still have a 710 now?
I don't know. I'm not sure how he made it out of the park with it. Especially because Sherry wanted it as well. Both of us was trying to get it. But I will tell you this: Mo got a steal. He got what you would call a PZN steal on that radio. Even I would gladly give Mo his money for that radio.
That's right. I don't know, man. I'm feeling good. His last Orlando, you made out like a bandit with some stuff. I'm feeling good. You're gonna walk away with something that even though you're not looking, specifically for anything, you're not going out there trying to find something. I got a feeling because it's always Orlando that you walk out of there with some cool stuff.
I'll tell you what. If somebody is like a really, really, really huge fan of mine and wants to give me a super good deal on the 710 in Orlando, I won't say that it wouldn't happen. Yeah. I don't know how it happened because it'd have to be a good deal for me to afford it. Because I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of expense lately.
Maybe you should get another CW key.
Get another what?
Another CW key.
Here's the thing. I'm going to try my best not to even walk by the N3 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because all it would take is him say, "Yeah, I've got it in stock." Because that's what saves me every time from getting his key is, "Oh no, I can order it and you'll have it in 4 weeks." Nah, that's not how that worked with me.
Hey, it's better than 3 months. Everybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, knows what I'm talking about when I say it's better than 3 months. We'll see how that goes.
Are you still waiting on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all I got to say is, after Orlando comes and goes, I might give it another week. Then I might just drop a video.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's definitely kind of weird because that's been a while. If anybody wants to just get mad and refuse to use theirs when it comes up, you can send it straight to me though.
There you go.
I will use it for you and it won't go to waste.
Yep.
Which I thought says I want one of them 3 months when I've been looking at it. Well, if you're a big fan of Elecraft radios, go ahead and order you one. Because that's what it takes. Most of the time to get an Elecraft.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I think I got my KX2 faster than this, and that's pretty funny.
And I love my Elecraft, by the way. But I'm not a waiter. I don't. Yeah. If I pay for something, I want it. That's why, the new Yaesu radio, it was $30 down. If I would have paid for that radio, had to pay for that radio and wait for it to come in, I probably wouldn't have never done it.
$30 down and your firstborn child a month.
Yeah, $30 down, and we're going to tell you what it costs when it comes out, and then you're going to say, can I get that $30 in a gift card?
And then they're going to be like, no refunds on your deposit. They probably made $100,000 on deposits.
No. Where I got mine, because there's multiple people that done those deposits, but where I got mine, if I change my mind, I get a gift card for that amount.
That's good. Yeah. Oh, Tata. Yeah, I am talking about them, by the way. I know that looks weird because the message came through another channel, but yeah. Speaking about my 3 months, yeah. Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar AE4 XO.
Cooking food. You know what? You shouldn't be late by cooking food, considering I've went to 40 meters and made you contacts every day down here, buddy.
Right.
You should cook food while watching the show.
I want to know what we're having for dinner.
I know. We just had some good ribs a little bit ago.
Were they bruised?
Huh?
Were they bruised or cracked?
No, those are not good ribs. But the ones that I ate, that's what I probably should have done is got me a big slab of those and did a Dr. Kevorkian down the side and just,
There
fix
you
that
go.
all up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there they are. Every time I cough like that.
Make sure you leave one sticking out at least a little bit so you can pull your shirt up and show everybody.
No. Yeah, but I told her call sign is November 8. Keep me Ralphing.
That is hilarious. That is funny. Robbie said he's grilling hot frogs. Hot fogs.
It was one of those injuries where you ever get injured and, like I've done it before when I had my collarbone separated or whatever. You think you're fine and you walk off from whatever you done and you get maybe 100 yards from it. All of a sudden people say you get just really, really white and you just start puking because your stomach's doing this weird thing. It was one of them deals.
An
But the
adrenaline.
problem was I didn't even know where the pain was at that point because my head was so still swimming.
Yeah, adrenaline and cortisol dump. Yeah,
and it's a weird feeling to be, running at full speed, feeling your legs is giving out.
Yeah,
and they're still moving.
And you know what's going to happen.
The last, 7,500 feet, there was no leg underneath me. I don't even know how they were moving.
Right. Yeah.
But you got to admit, the fall was classic. It was a great fall.
I gave it a solid 8.5 out of 10. It was good. It was really good. It wasn't the best fall I've ever seen.
One of the little Rose boys ran over and said, "You did a flip." Hey, thank you very much for the super chat, Josh. That was the first thing I said. She said, "Are you ready to race?" I said, "Not till after the activation." That would have been
stand by for another activator.
We ran everybody on the mic that day.
Yeah.
And I was sitting right beside the radio, and each time one of the kids would get on a mic or something, I would try to get them to do some kind of accent or mimic somebody or something like that. And I can't remember which one of the boys it was. I said, "Do your best country accent." And he said, "I don't know what it is." And I said, "Try to sound like Josh." and he had it all really weird.
Yeah, buddy.
I told Rachel to do Arnold, and she got really high pitched, and I was like, "Your Arnold is horrible."
Speaking of Arnold, I hope he blesses us down in Orlando and comes. That would be cool.
But I will tell you this: I did get Kaylee to say you're 5'9" truffle butter. She was Scott.
Awesome, Brian.
I don't. Brian, let me know if you heard her when she said that, because Kaylee's got that little voice. But yeah, she said you're 5'9" truffle butter. Terry, I did see my shadow as I was doing that flip.
That's right.
So it's funny, Terry. Since I've been in Florida, I've had on t-shirts and shorts. Since I've been here.
Yeah, it's still in the morning here, like late evening and early morning. It's still a little chilly out, but after the sun breaks the trees, and just shorts and t-shirt.
It's okay, Brian. I've got it on film. We can let you hear it. He said he didn't hear it.
Meatloaf says, chilly here now, but she considers that anything under 70 is chilly.
Yeah, that's why that's like my mom. They went out yesterday morning or this morning and did a bike ride at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And Carrie went out and he's in shorts and a t-shirt. She goes out and she's in a jacket and all this other stuff.
Terry said he would like some warm too. Please send him a plane ticket.
You know what? I can send you a plane ticket. I can do that, Terry. You want me to send an email or Discord?
Yeah. Speaking of sending things, Terry, you need to run by James's house and pick up the other half of a set that he didn't bring with him and mail it to me.
It was good reasoning, okay? I'm thinking a set, 2 pieces, right?
That's right.
But no, a set is 4 pieces when it comes to that. Here's the thing. You could put it on your top right now.
Yeah.
And it'll still make your life easier.
Yep.
Until you get the bottom piece.
Yeah, I might just
I'm just tickled because every time I put my Eagle one up now since I West Virginia electricianed it, I'm just waiting for it to mess up. But so far, it's been every time I've used Eagle One on this trip, I'm getting crazy.
An Eagle One's not going to mess up unless you leave it in the back and you take it to a tire shop. Just
so Brian got that exactly right. A plane ticket is what I would say there.
That's right. Weird stuff's been happening with planes, man. I don't know if you want to get on one for a while.
Yeah.
Freak accidents. Oh, Tata showed us his golden ticket. Here you go. Terry, why don't you just drive on down? I mean, if you can leave now and activate a whole bunch before you get there on Friday. And a matter of fact, you can come stay with me on Thursday. I'll give you a place to stay. I still want to buy an Eagle One, but they don't accept payments. I don't know.
I think that's correct right now.
All I know is I don't know what kind of special secret sauce that he puts on them, but I've tried to build my own out of basically the same stuff. Well, the same stuff, actually. And I can't get mine to work as well. And it's the same stuff. I think he puts a little bit of special spit on the connector when they leave the factory or something.
I will tell you this. It must be some mighty tasty parts that's on that thing.
Yeah.
Because he got a couple of new dogs, and he was gone out on one of the storm things where he works for Appalachian Power, and he came back. And he comes in, and his SWR is just through the roof on every van. And he looks, he follows his coax. He's like, coax is good. Keeps following, and all of a sudden, coax just ends. Shooting 2, and goes all the way over to the Eagle One, and this much of the bottom of his Eagle One is missing.
Wow. Jeepers.
He said he did find some of the metal laying around the yard.
Ooh. If anybody has an Eagle One to sell, Brian, buy it from you.
There we go.
I'll sell you mine. It's been custom painted too, and it has half of a good bracket.
I have an extra, but I promised somebody I'd put it in their yard for them to use. So, plus that one couldn't be sold anyway because it's actually the original Poda King one. So
that was before you got your blaze orange one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine does have my call sign on it too, so you might have to, take that off.
I could use it just fine. I just sit there and call CQ Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November.
I'll be looking at my stats, wondering how I got a kilo at a park that I haven't been to yet.
You're like, how am I the third operator on the leaderboard at 1810?
The turd operator. I got it.
You would be the third operator.
Oh man.
Oh, speaking of that, Whiskey One Radio Charlie Papa. I'm going to need your help because my green CW key is on the fritz. I don't know what's wrong with it. So
probably doesn't like the humidity in Florida.
I'm going to need your help. It went poo poo on me.
It went kapow.
And this is why you have extra stuff. Your CW key goes out, and guess what? There's 2 more in my bag.
After using my Bomatech for so long, I brought out my the N0SA by CW Morris, not the original, but the one by CW Morris.
Right.
And I went to use it, and I had trouble sending. It felt totally weird to me.
My Bomatech and my Traveler is set up so different that it's so weird to switch between them. Now my Bomatech and my Adventurer, they're pretty much the same.
Yeah,
the way they're set up. So I meant to bring my Adventurer with me, but I didn't. I forgot to. So,
you could have traded it for a 710.
I mess up more with my Bomatech than I do any other key though, because it's so sensitive that it'll just start sending a barely, like a T. A T is really bad if I go to send a T, because I'll go to send a T and it'll send a sentence.
K4 OTT is screwed then, isn't he?
I'll go to hit T and it'll send once upon a time in a land far, far away.
Is this on your Bomatech?
Yes.
Oh, I'll adjust it when we get down here. I'll fix it.
It's so sensitive.
I'll fix it. It's easy. I actually had to adjust mine because mine from the factory was so sensitive with the magnets on the bottom and the bed of my truck. I would set it down on the bed of my truck and it would send a dip. Boop,
mine will send 2 or 3 things when you set it down.
Yeah.
I'd
just hold it in my hand and shake it and it'll start sending code.
And I'm used to that. And I'm used to it. Once the magnet's on, it's not going to move, right? So today, picnic table's metal. I'm like, cool, I'm just going to set it here. And I go to using it, moved, but it was a painted metal.
Yeah.
And it was moving on the paint, I guess. So it was crazy. But guess what, Dan?
What's that?
We're almost at the top of an hour.
Oh, dang. Time flies when you're having fun. Terry said you can't spill Dr. Pepper in it. That's what happened to it.
No, Terry, we all know that. Listen, I had a Dr. Pepper in my hand during that race. And even in that flipping fall, I didn't spill a single drop. I mean, come on now. I don't spill Dr. Pepper. But anyway, what you got coming up, Dan?
Man, not a lot. Work next week and then be leaving out here early Friday morning. Make it down to Orlando and we have a fun weekend coming up. Hope to see a lot of people down there and come hit us up at the POTA tent. I'm sure we'll be around everywhere, boneyard, inside, outside, do-si-do kind of thing. But at least once every 30, 45 minutes, we try to mosey our way back to the POTA tent and spend, 15, 20, 30 minutes there, chilling out. So come hit us up, meet us, and have some fun this weekend at the Orlando Hamcation.
Awesome. And for myself, we'll start with tomorrow first. Tomorrow, I'm going to activate.
No.
Would you believe that? I'm probably going to do multiple bands. Now, you know what? Because I may just hit 20 and 40 tomorrow. Because I may do multiple parts. Well, I've been like burning up a battery on the laptop. Although I did go buy an inverter today to stop that. But I'm gonna try to get a multiple in tomorrow and get back to normal because I've only been doing a couple, but staying several hours. I've been Whiskey Charlie activating a little bit at some of these parks, but I got that. Tuesday, I'm gonna activate. Wednesday, I'm gonna activate and stream. Thursday, I'm gonna release a monthly update from January and go to a POTA meetup and activate some myself.
Yeah.
And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to activate and be at the Hamfest and drop videos any other time. I just dropped a link in the chat. That is my new Gigaparts link. It's replacing my old Gigaparts link. So if you're wanting something from Gigaparts, that will be the link you'll start using. Whiskey One Radio Charlie Papa is fixing my link in my page, so it's probably already done because he's cool like that. So shout out to him. Thanks everybody for the super chats. And oh yeah, who wants a late shift? We'll see you guys in about 25, 30 minutes if you do. But somebody better tell me to do before we say 73. We're going. Somebody said me. I guess we'll go to a late shift.
Yep.
73, everybody.
See you guys.